Do you remember Punky and Her Mischievous Friends? The beloved childhood show of the 1980s has now become a beautiful memory. The actors' lives have since taken many turns. Some found success, others faced hardship, reminding us of the true meaning of fame, perseverance, and the choices we make in life. If you find this content interesting, leave a comment with the number 1. If not, comment with the number 0. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss other exciting videos. Let's uncover these haunting truths and honor what they've left behind. Soleil Moon Frye was only 8 years old when she took on the role of Penelope Punky Brewster, a cheerful, stubborn, yet kind-hearted orphan girl in Punky Brewster, 1984. Punky's signature pigtails became an iconic symbol of American childhood. Few people knew that behind that radiant smile was a young girl who had to grow up much faster than her peers. Soleil Moon Frye was born on August 6, 1976, in Glendora, California. During her teenage years, she faced a rare medical condition called gigantomastia, which caused excessive breast growth. The physical burden brought her constant pain, while public scrutiny and teasing left deep emotional scars. Just before her 16th birthday, Soleil underwent breast reduction surgery, which she later described as a procedure that saved her mental well-being. However, the media attention and pitying looks from the public meant that the emotional wounds never fully healed. In 1998, she married producer Jason Goldberg, and together they had 4 children. The marriage seemed happy, but after 22 years growing emotional distance, pressures and differences eventually led to its end. She filed for divorce in 2020, officially closing the longest chapter of her life. Following the separation, Soleil went through a period of psychological struggle, receiving treatment for insomnia and mild depression. Today, at 49 years old, Soleil Moon Frye remains active in the entertainment industry as an actress, director, and entrepreneur. She is the founder of the children's fashion brand Moonfly, an author, and the director of the documentary Kid 9220. Her net worth is estimated at around $5 million as of 2025. When Punky Brewster premiered in 1984, George Gaines was 67 years old. He played Henry Warlamont, a widowed photographer who was gruff but warm-hearted, and who adopted little Punky. Across 88 episodes, he developed a fatherly character that became a symbol of kindness and love for audiences everywhere. George Gaines was born on May 16, 1917 in Helsinki, Finland. He married actress Alan Ann McClary in 1953, and the couple remained together for life. In 1989, tragedy struck when their only son, Matthew, died in a car accident in India. The loss plunged George into deep depression, requiring long-term treatment to recover. However, with the support of his wife and his passion for the arts, he gradually found peace again. In his later years, George struggled with chronic heart disease and memory decline. He worked less, spending most of his time resting and reading scripts at home. Occasionally, he would sing opera or take part in small projects, seeing them as a way to keep his mind sharp and active. George Gaines passed away on February 15, 2016 in North Bend, Washington, at the age of 98. He was laid to rest in a private, simple ceremony alongside his lifelong wife. At the time of his passing, his net worth was estimated to be around $5 million. In 1984, Susie Garrett took on the role of Betty Johnson in Punky Brewster at the age of 55. She played the building manager and a strict but loving grandmother to Cherie. With her natural acting and subtle sense of humor, Susie brought warmth and authenticity to the young cast. Susie Garrett was born on December 29, 1929 in Detroit, Michigan. She was the mother of 4 sons and the sister of actress Marla Gibbs, the star of the series 227. The two sisters co-founded the Crossroads School of the Arts in Los Angeles, specializing in training and supporting young actors. Despite frequently appearing on stage, Susie faced the pressure of raising her children alone in a highly competitive artistic environment. Later in life, Susie battled cancer, a disease that caused her years of physical pain. She received treatment at Providence Hospital in Michigan and maintained a positive spirit, continuing to teach acting and encourage her students even while hospitalized. Susie Garrett passed away on May 24, 2002 in Southfield, Michigan at the age of 72 due to complications from cancer. She was laid to rest at Woodland Cemetery. Although her tombstone mistakenly lists her birth year as 1931, her net worth was estimated at around $5 million thanks to steady income from acting and music. However, Susie's true legacy was not in money, but in the hundreds of students she mentored throughout her life. If you find this story interesting and want to learn more, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss other exciting videos. Let's continue exploring right now. Cherie Johnson was only 9 years old when she took on the role of Cherry Johnson, Punky's cheerful and loyal best friend in Punky Brewster, 1984. Her natural charm and boundless energy made Cherry the youthful soul of the show, appearing alongside Punky throughout all 4 seasons. Born on November 21, 1975 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Cherie had a passion for acting from an early age and was discovered by her uncle, David Duclon, the producer of Punky Brewster. After her early success, Cherie went on to star in the hit series Family Matters, 1990-1998, playing the role of Maxine Johnson. Beyond acting, she became a writer-producer and author of books such as Around the World Twice. Though she has never faced serious illness, Cherie places great importance on her mental well-being. She leads a healthy lifestyle, practicing meditation, maintaining a vegetarian diet, and engaging in various charitable activities. Today, she serves on the board of the Alzheimer's Association and is the face of the Take Time to Read campaign, which encourages children to read and be creative. Now 50 years old, Cherie Johnson remains active in the entertainment industry. She reprised her role in the 2021 Punky Brewster reboot while also producing independent films and writing screenplays. Her life now revolves around her 2 children and community projects driven by a passion to inspire younger generations. As of 2025, Cherie's estimated net worth is around $1 million earned through acting, screenwriting, and film production. Amy Foster was only 9 years old when she played Margot Kramer, a wealthy, snobbish girl who gradually became kinder and friendlier toward Punky in Punky Brewster, 1984. With her charming and mischievous style, Amy appeared in 67 episodes, creating some of the show's most memorable comedic moments. She was born on August 5, 1975 in California, USA. Before rising to fame, Amy won the National Tap Dance Championship and was discovered through the talent show Star Search. After Punky Brewster ended, Amy continued appearing as a guest star in shows such as The Wonder Years' Quantum Leap and Life Goes On, and also lent her voice to popular animated series like Pound Puppies and Peanuts. In 2001, she married firefighter Trent DeFries, with whom she has 2 children, Tessa and Brock. Their marriage has remained peaceful and private. However, Amy once revealed that after giving birth, she struggled with hormonal imbalance and chronic insomnia, which left her physically and mentally exhausted, leading her to take a break from acting to focus on recovery and caring for her family. Through regular exercise and meditation, she overcame these challenges, regained balance, and began teaching acting to children in Los Angeles. Now 50 years old Amy Foster lives a peaceful life with her husband and children. She occasionally appears at fan events for Punky Brewster and even reprised her role as Margot in the 2021 reboot. As of 2025, her estimated net worth is around $2.5 million earned from acting voice work and her teaching career. Casey Ellison was only 8 years old when he took on the role of Alan Anderson, a clumsy, trouble-prone but loyal friend who stood by Punky and her group in Punky Brewster, 1984. His character brought plenty of laughs and became an essential part of the show's early seasons. Casey Ellison was born on March 2, 1976, in California, USA. After leaving Punky Brewster in 1986, he appeared in TV series such as Mr. Belvedere, 21 Jump Street, and The Wonder Years. As he grew up, Casey chose to step away from the screen and work behind the scenes. He joined film and production departments at several universities, including Purdue University, where he helped train students in filmmaking and television production. Staying out of the spotlight, Casey leads a private and peaceful life. He has shared that leaving Hollywood helped him escape the anxiety and stress that had consumed him in his 20s. By adopting a more balanced lifestyle and focusing on his faith and singing in the church choir, his mental well-being has significantly improved. As of 2025, Casey Ellison is 49 years old and lives a quiet life in Los Angeles with his young daughter. He occasionally works part-time in film production and teaches visual technology. He remains active in his church and community while dedicating most of his time to his family. Casey's estimated net worth in 2025 is around $500,000 earned from his past acting career and current work as a film technician. T.K. Carter played Mike Fulton, a cheerful and down-to-earth teacher who became a mentor and moral guide for Punky and her friends in Punky Brewster, 1985, at the age of 29. His character brought warmth and humor to the show, quickly winning the hearts of young viewers. Although he appeared in only 2 seasons, his role as a dedicated teacher left a lasting impression. Thomas Kent Carter was born on December 18, 1956, in California, USA. Before transitioning to television, he appeared in several major films including The Thing 1982, Southern Comfort 1982, and Corvette Summer 1982. On TV, he gained fame for his role as teacher Milo Williams in Good Morning Miss Bliss, a series later reworked into Saved by the Bell. Throughout his career, T.K. Carter faced psychological stress and chronic insomnia due to work pressures. At times, he had to step away from acting to focus on his health, but he never gave up his passion for the arts. After recovering, he shifted to teaching acting, occasionally doing voice work for animated films and taking small roles in television shows. He once shared, "Acting is the best therapy I've ever had." Now 69 years old, T.K. Carter still lives in California with his family. He continues to teach acting to young students and occasionally appears at film workshops and Punky Brewster cast reunions. As of 2025, his estimated net worth is around $2 million earned from acting, teaching, and voice work. When Punky Brewster aired in 1984, Eddie Deason was just 27 years old. He played Eddie Malvin, a clumsy maintenance worker whose humorous mishaps had audiences laughing out loud. Though a supporting role, his characteristic goofiness and high-pitched voice made him an unforgettable part of the show. Eddie Deason was born on March 6, 1957 in Cumberland, Maryland. He first gained fame with roles in Grease 1978 and War Games 1983, becoming a familiar face in 1980s comedy films. In addition to acting, he is well known for voicing Mandark in Dexter's Laboratory, a role beloved by multiple generations of fans. Despite his career success, Eddie's personal life has been turbulent. In recent years, he has faced serious health challenges. In 2020, he underwent open heart surgery and later suffered severe pneumonia during recovery. Just as he began to recover, he experienced a mental health crisis that led to legal troubles between 2021 and 2022. He was arrested twice for disorderly conduct and was later deemed mentally unfit to stand trial, resulting in long-term psychiatric treatment at the Maryland Department of Health. Now 68 years old, Eddie Deason lives a quiet life in Oregon, still recovering from his mental health treatment. He spends most of his time writing blogs about music, particularly the Beatles, a lifelong passion. As of 2025, his estimated net worth is around $5,000, reflecting years away from the entertainment industry and rising medical expenses. In 1984, when Dodie Goodman took on the role of Mrs. Morton in Punky Brewster, she was 70 years old. She played a clumsy yet lovable elementary school teacher, often making the audience laugh with her witty remarks. With her distinctive high-pitched voice and engaging delivery, Dodie brought warmth and humor to Punky's classroom, making her character truly memorable. Dodie Goodman was born on October 28, 1914 in Columbus, Ohio, USA. Before joining Punky Brewster, she was a seasoned Broadway star, known for her roles in High Button Shoes 1947 and Wonderful Town 1953. On the big screen, she was recognized for playing Blanche, an eccentric secretary in Grease 1978 and Grease 2 1982. Even in her later years, Dodie continued working, lending her voice to Miss Miller in Alvin and the Chipmunks and The Chipmunk Adventure. However, aging brought health challenges, including heart issues and mild memory loss, gradually forcing her to step away from acting. Despite her declining health, she remained optimistic, often joking, "I only play old ladies. But deep down, I'm still young." Dodie Goodman passed away on June 22, 2008 in Englewood, New Jersey at the age of 93. She lived at the Lillian Booth Actors Home, a retirement community for veteran performers, until her passing. Although she never had a family of her own, she left behind the love of friends, students, and colleagues, along with an estimated net worth of around $1 million accumulated over decades in theater, film, and television. Timothy Stack was 32 years old when he played Simon P. Chillings, a strict social worker who tried to separate Punky from Henry after the photo studio fire in Punky Brewster, 1986. His character became an essential part of the storyline, representing the tough yet humane side of the child welfare system at the time. Timothy Clifton Stack was born on November 21, 1954, in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, USA. After graduating from Boston University, he joined the comedy troupe The Groundlings in Los Angeles, quickly gaining public recognition through 1980s TV shows such as Days of Our Lives Night Court and Remington Steele. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, Timothy became well known for his satirical comedic roles, including Dick Dietrich in Nightstand with Dick Dietrich and Notch Johnson in Son of the Beach. However, his demanding work schedule took a toll on him. He experienced sleep disorders and anxiety related to his career, forcing him to step away from acting temporarily to recover. After recovering, he shifted to teaching screenwriting and production for cable television networks. Although past the peak of his fame, Timothy has maintained his creative passion and continues to bring humor to everything he does. As of 2025, Timothy Stack is 71 years old and lives in California, with his wife mostly retired. He occasionally writes scripts, tutors young actors, and appears as a guest at television events. His estimated net worth in 2025 is around $2 million accumulated from a career in acting, production, and teaching spanning over 4 decades. In 1984, David Ruprecht was 36 years old when he played Mr. Bowen, a cheerful radio station manager who often found himself in humorous and awkward situations with Punky's group in Punky Brewster. Though a supporting character, he brought positive energy and engaging performances that added charm to the show. David Martin Ruprecht was born on October 14, 1948, in St. Louis, Missouri, USA. The son of a Lutheran minister, he grew up in a strict household and was taught discipline from a young age. After appearing in commercials and stage plays, David gradually built his television reputation with numerous guest roles on shows like Three's Company, Days of Our Lives, and True Blood. Throughout his career, he rarely faced scandal, but he once had to pause hosting duties due to chronic laryngitis, which left him nearly voiceless. After a long period of treatment and almost losing hope of returning to TV, his perseverance paid off. He fully recovered and went on to host the popular game show Supermarket Sweep for over a decade. Additionally, he has appeared on Price is Right Live in Las Vegas and Atlantic City and hosted numerous charity events for Rotary International. As of 2025, David Ruprecht is 77 years old in good health and lives in California with his wife. He frequently attends nostalgia events and is currently writing a memoir about his 40-year television career. His estimated net worth in 2025 is around $5 million, primarily from hosting acting and stage work. Carl Steven was only 13 years old when he appeared in Punky Brewster 1987 as Joey Dion, a mischievous boy who loved inventing quirky toys and often caused trouble for his friends. Although his role was brief, Carl left a strong impression with his natural, energetic performance, showcasing the promise of a young actor. Born Carlos Stephen Krakoff on November 7, 1974 in Glendale, California, he was considered one of Hollywood's most talented child stars. He appeared in Star Trek III, The Search for Spock as young Spock, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Out of This World. He also voiced Fred Jones in the animated series A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. However, the bright spotlight of his childhood could not shield him from later struggles. As an adult, Carl battled prescription painkiller addiction following a tonsillectomy. The dependency quickly escalated, leading to heroin use and multiple arrests for armed robbery. In 2010, he was sentenced to 13 years in prison for a series of robberies committed to feed his addiction. While incarcerated, Carl's health severely deteriorated due to liver failure and drug abuse. Despite his efforts to recover in hopes of reuniting with his wife and son, his story ended tragically. Carl Steven passed away on July 31, 2011 in Tucson, Arizona, from a heroin overdose at the age of 36. He is survived by his wife Dawn Krakoff and their son Noah. His net worth at the time of his death was estimated at around $1 million, primarily from his earlier acting career. In 1985, Andy Gibb was 27 years old when he appeared as Tony Glenn, a charming and kind piano teacher who inspired Punky's love of music in Punky Brewster. Although he appeared in only one episode, Andy's charisma and radiant smile left a lasting impression. With expressive eyes and a warm voice, he brought genuine emotion to the role, making him one of the most memorable guest stars of the series. Andrew Roy Gibb was born on March 5, 1958 in Manchester, England, the youngest of the legendary Bee Gees brothers. Andy quickly rose to fame as a solo artist with hits like I Just Want to Be Your Everything and Shadow Dancing. However, his personal life was overshadowed by cocaine addiction and severe depression. In 1976, he married Kim Rear and had a daughter, Peter Gibb, but the marriage ended just 2 years later. The greatest heartbreak came in 1982 when his relationship with actress Victoria Principal ended, leaving Andy devastated. In his final years, he struggled with addiction while trying to return to the recording studio, but his health had been severely damaged by years of substance abuse. Despite support from his brothers, Barry Robin and Maurice Gibb, Andy's health continued to decline. In early 1988, Andy was hospitalized in Oxford, England, after experiencing prolonged chest pain and was diagnosed with severe myocarditis worsened by cocaine abuse. He passed away on March 10, 1988, just 5 days after his 30th birthday, and was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills with a tombstone engraved with the words, "Love Eternal." Andy's net worth was estimated at around $10 million. After making his debut in Punky Brewster in 1984, at just 13 years old, Billy Lombardo played TC, a clever street-smart boy who often played basketball with Punky and her friends. Although he appeared in only one episode, Billy's natural charm and personality made TC one of the most memorable guest characters. William Lombardo was born on October 31, 1971, in Chicago, Illinois, USA. From a young age, Billy showed remarkable acting talent and won the Best Young Actor award on Ed McMahon's Star Search. After Punky Brewster, he appeared in The Money Pit 1986 alongside Tom Hanks and had guest roles on the TV series Webster. However, early on, Billy chose to step away from Hollywood to lead a more grounded life off camera. He focused on community work and coaching youth sports in Chicago. Despite suffering a knee injury while coaching basketball, he continued his work with a passion for helping children. By 2025, Billy Lombardo is 54 years old and lives a peaceful life with his family in Chicago. He continues his work as a sports coach and community mentor and occasionally attends Punky Brewster reunion events. His net worth in 2025 is estimated at around $500,000. In 1984, the dog Sandy joined Punky Brewster as a puppy, playing Brandon Punky's loyal companion, who stayed by her side through every joy and challenge. Along with his twin, Brandy, Sandy became the heart and soul of the series, bringing warmth and laughter to audiences throughout its 4 seasons. Sandy was specially trained to adapt to every scripted situation, from chasing Punky to learning how to skateboard in just a few days. As an adult, Sandy was chosen to continue playing Brandon due to his gentle nature and eagerness to please. After the show ended, he was adopted by a loving family and lived a peaceful, simple life. However, age and illness eventually affected his health, and Sandy passed away, a fact later shared by a family member who became a cameraman for TMZ. If you love behind-the-scenes stories from Punky Brewster and want to learn more about the actors who were part of the show, hit like to support the video. Don't forget to share it with your friends and anyone who cherishes those wonderful childhood memories with Punky Brewster, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming exciting videos. See you in the next videos.